Look here, this is Paso Robles, California. Now, I'm going to show you these so you can look at this. See, this one says City of Paso Robles, right? This is a letter of authority, or 602 letter, according to Senate Bill 602 of California. Now, let me tell you offhand what it requires on these letters. Matter of fact, I'll let the legislation tell you. Here's your legislation, 602. Now, here in Section O, what you'll see is right here, a peace officer at the request of the owner, the owner's agent, or the person lawfully possession, and upon informed by the peace officer that you're acting on the request of the owner. And he goes on to how a peace officer can actually act as an authority figure when it comes to trespassing. But then starts talking about the letters. The owner, owner's agent, or the person in lawful possession shall make a separate request to the peace officer on each occasion. But, however, a single request for peace officer's assistance made in a notarized writing on a form provided by the law enforcement agency may be made to cover a limited period of time, not to exceed a time period determined by local ordinance, or 12 months, whichever is shorter, and identified by specific dates during which there is a fire hazard, or the owner's agent, or person in lawful possession is absent from the premises or property. In addition, a single request for peace officer's assistance made in a notarized writing on a form provided by the law enforcement agency may be made for a period not to exceed 3 years when the premises or property is closed to the public and posted as being closed. The requester shall inform the law enforcement agency, and it goes on and on. But as you see here, there's several things that these forms have, these letters have to have. One, they have to be canned and sent from the law enforcement agency. Two, they have to be notarized. It says that twice. And three, they have to have a specific expiration time periods on them. Those are 3 elements that are required for them to be lawful, for someone to be charged or trespassed due to a 602 letter by a police officer who says we have a letter of authority. Let's look at these letters of authority from Paso Robles. Here we got Paso Robles. This one is a canned letter, right? No notarization. See, no notarization. Is there an expiration date? Nope. Nope. Is there a start date so you know it's 12 months when 12 months goes by? No. No start date neither. No expiration, no start date, no notarization. Now, it gets even worse, though. There's 2 of them for Paso Robles, but look, then that's it. Now you've got, go down here, letter of authority. This was typed up by, it says to Paso Robles Police Department. This is typed up from someone's computer. Not canned at all. Not notarized. No notarization. No, starting on, nope, we got a date here. So we got a date here. No notarization, but we do have a date, and it's not canned template from the police department. So this is also has no authority. Here's another one. This is from Rafferty Management Company. Not canned, no notarization, no authority. You see the next one? No authority. Also not canned. Here's a canned one. But do you see an expiration date? Let's see here. Do not see an expiration date anywhere at all. No expiration date. And no notarization. No notarization. Nope. And I mean, you could go through all of them. Like 0 of these have authority. So that's all she gave me. It was that much. She said it's all the ones down in file. But she went further to tell us in an email. I'll show you that email right now so you can see that yourself. I don't want to be the person to lie to you at all. So we'll go to Gmail here. And we'll look under the email we got back here from Kate with Paso Robles. I think it's Kate. Let's find out. We'll go back. Discovered, we go to Kate. Here we go. Paso Robles. She starts out saying, here, attaches a letter and documents in response to your public records request. All right. And so I send her back a message. Say, if your department has even the slightest understanding of how legislation works, I wouldn't press the issue. But as you can see in this video, our auditor captures your watch commander violating his rights. And this was in Paso Robles when Flowers was arrested, or was told that he was not allowed to hold a sign by the roadway, and this was started the Paso Robles investigation. But we'll go back further. She goes on to say, in response to your PRA request, we provided all trespass letters filed under California Penal Code 6020 that were in our system at the time of my request, apparently. This included some expired letters, which were still retained in our records. Following your observation regarding the lack of notarization, all such letters have been removed from our system. We have also updated our 602 form to include a notarization requirement. All associated companies and property parcels owners have been notified that if they wish to maintain a letter on file with us, they must submit a newly completed and notarized form. This is from Kate McKinley. She's a support services manager, and if anybody needs to know, you can get a hold of her at 805-227-7432. And she can be reached at kmckinley@prcity.com. And so that's what she sends me. Tells me that, yeah, we removed the ones that don't have that are there's no notarization. But on top of that, I don't know what all they removed. They only sent me a few letters. There's no way the Paso Robles only has 6 letters. 2 of these, she never mentions in here anything about the fact that they're not canned. They're not templates. Most of them aren't templates at all. So this is how we're doing with Paso Robles. They have been arresting people for trespassing based on these letters of authorization that are completely illegitimate and are not following the legislation that they're using to prosecute people and kidnap people for trespassing. And you know who pays the price for that? Homeless people. And that's why we're auditing them, and that's why we are going after Paso Robles.